speak Portuguese. He's like C1 in Portuguese, and I don't understand anything in Portuguese. And another thing that happens to me is that I am speaking in English, for example, and I mix the Portuguese. Or, or I speak in Portuguese and I mix the English.
Mhm.
So I have decided that I have to study a lot of English and then Portuguese. So I have stopped. I don't study Portuguese anymore because I was very confused with those languages.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think it's normal in the process. Yes, because of, for example, in my course, in the course that the course that I'm taking is English C1, because as I mentioned, I need to renew my C1 certification because it expired. It is just for 2 years, and after 2 years, it's expired. So I'm renewing this new certification, and I'm taking C1 course right in this moment. I mean, in this last part of the year, yes, in this semester, I mean, this semester, and then there I have the opportunity to interact with different teachers, different professors, and people who are not living here in Colombia, people who are living in Canada, people who are living in France, yes, and they sometimes confuse words in, for example, French and English, and sometimes, yeah, because I don't know, maybe I have a classmate uh, who is living in France, and another one is living in Canada. But as you know, in Canada, there are two official languages, English and French. Yes, and they sometimes confuse, or sometimes, yes, try to speak a little bit English, and they they usually mix both languages, English and French. Yes, I think you are living the same, or you were living the same. I mean, Portuguese in English. Yes, I think it's something like that. But for example, if you want to learn money, I don't know, if you want to earn money with your English, I want to give you a piece of advice is to continue with English in order to get B2 or even C1. When you do it, you can start to learn other language, because the idea is that you keep your English to the next level, and you maybe becoming a really an expert, yes, an expert speaking or at English, yes, at English. And you can use your English to for living, I think. Yes.
Yeah, well, my goal is not that. My goal for well at the first
At
the last
first,
year,
at the
my
first.
goal, yeah, at first, my goal was travel. Yeah,
Mhm.
so I start with English for travel, but in this year, uh, I changed my thinking.
Mhm.
Um, and well, if I want to travel right now, I can do it because I know the enough words to express to express
Mhm.
in another country. But no sé cómo decirlo, pero when I start, I just want to get the V1 or the V2. But in the process, I have not noticed that I want more and I want C1. to work.
Hmm.
I a bilingual work,
Yes, exactly.
but at first my goal wasn't this. My goal was only for travel.
Hmm.
But in this year, I I I decide to to improve, but to work and not to travel.
Yeah, yeah, of course, it's good. It's good point of view because your English is good enough in order to work. I don't know, maybe um, in call centers or something like that, and you can get or earn money or save on money if you and after that maybe I don't know maybe 1 year working in a call center you can improve your listening and your speaking a lot. Maybe you are going to earning money and you are improving your English at the same time. Yes, you are going to receive money, you are going to receive a wage, a salary, yes, and you are improving your English, your listening, your speaking, all skills in English. Yes, so
Yeah,
it's good idea.
yeah. Actually, sometimes I I listen the calls in English in a YouTube or TikTok video. I see or I hear videos like a simulator of the calls in a bilingual call center. And and I know that if I work in a call center, my English will be so good.
Yeah, yeah, it is a good road uh, to improve. Yes, it's a good way to improve because almost all the time you're almost no maybe 100% of the time you are going to be speaking in English, yes, listening, interacting with native English speaker. So that's why you are going to get confidence because as I mentioned, confidence is the most important thing at the time to interact with people even in our mother language or something like that. And of course in a second language is the same. Yes, you get enough confidence and maybe your process going to be shorter because you are going to invest in much more time just practicing, go deeper and things, and you are going to have to combine yes, work and studying as well because you are going to prepare scripts, yes, in order to respond, to ask, yes, because I think when you or go or have the intention or to work in contact center or call centers, you maybe I think but I'm not sure, but some people told me that when they has been working or they have been entering in contact center, maybe they have 1 or 2 years just in capacitation, in training, yes, and learning one script that you have to use in your daily conversation. For example, if you are in, I don't know, maybe one topic, if you are related with banks, with uh, credit cards or something like that, you are going to learn one speech use I don't know, related with the numbers, yes, because in that topic, the numbers, to manage the numbers in good way is really important because almost everything is related with numbers. Yes, ID card, number of the count, identification, almost all is numbers, so you need to manage in good way numbers. Yes.
Yeah, and well, I I thought
Thought,
how do you
thought,
pronounce that?
thought. Sí, como, like Z-O-T in Spanish. Thought.
Sauce.
Yes. So, just
Okay.
just thought. Thought.
these were are very confused for me because there are like a 10 more words similar to this. So
Yes,
I
there are
confused.
several.
I
Yes,
confused. Yeah, I confused it. But well, I saw, yeah,
so you saw it. Mhm.
I saw in the future be a teacher of English,
Mhm.
but I'm very impatient. So I think that that is not the best option for me because I'm very impatient. For example, I teach to my mom
Mhm.
English because I want that my mom speak English with me and we in the future practice together. But well, I teach to my mom, and I know that my mom never has studied a language,
Mhm.
so it's difficult for her. But I don't understand that, so I'm very impatient with that,
Mhm.
and I got stressed
Mhm.
with with her easy.
Okay.
So I think that if I was a teacher, an English teacher, probably I was, I don't think, estaría despedido.
You were fight off.
Far off. Yeah, because uh, I am very impatient with my mom. So it's my mom. Now I don't in my image
You
in my
you imagine.
yeah, I don't imagine myself be a teacher. But in the future, it can be different. So
Mhm.
it's good to be in this. And well, my goal is to earn money to can travel. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's like my goal. Everything around my process in English is is because I want to travel,
Okay,
not
you are
not for
you are focused completely 100% in travel around the world. Yes.
exactly. Well, yeah. Well, my motivation is
Mhm.
that because the last year I I saw
You saw it.
um yeah okay, a TikToker, yeah, and she travel a lot around the world, and in a video she said like, if you want to travel alone you have to know English.
Mhm.
mm, well, in Spanish, and well, in this time, in that time, I know, or I need,
You understood.
yeah,
Oh,
a little. I think that I was a A1, A2, I don't know,
mhm.
but I I speak a little without any study. So it was my motivation to start. How nevertheless, por fin lo usé. Nevertheless,
Mhm.
um, I don't study the like with a paper and with a pencil. I
Mhm.
like an hour every day. No, I I just see videos, watch videos in English, and I really enjoy that because sometimes there are jokes
Mhm.
that it don't make sense
Mhm.
in Spanish.
Yeah,
And
that's true.
when I understand those videos, I feel like American. I feel like, yeah, I feel in USA. Mm, but but yeah, I want to improve, and if I can to work, I do. But the my motivation is travel, and yeah, and and in the same way, I want to learn more more languages. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now Portuguese, but in the future I want to speak French.
Mhm.
And yeah, there are like my four favorite language. My three: English, Portuguese, and French. I want to speak French in the future.
That's
But
correct.
if in the future I want to learn another, like not, I don't know, the another language that that give me curious,
Curiosity.
yeah, is Chinese.
Chinese. Sorry, Chinese.
Yeah, Chinese.
Okay, Chinese.
Because I know that is very difficult, but I really like the difficult things,
Okay, that's correct.
and to can speak in another language, like Chinese, and write because the letters are different
Yes.
to English and to Spanish.
Yes. It's
Uh,
completely. They are completely different. They are like a science.
yeah, yeah, exactly. For that, I think that English is easy, and
Yeah.
sometimes my French asks me like, but English is difficult, and I was like, no, for me it's not difficult because it it's similar to Spanish in the letters, and we share with the culture, for example, of United States, a lot of word. For example, in a class, Sebastian has said something about gadget.
Yes, gadget. Hmm.
Yeah, and I know what that mean. Yeah,
Hmm.
but I never search the translation to Spanish. Uh, so I think that there are a lot of words that we use in Spanish, but are in English, and are completely
Completely.
completamente, yeah,
Completely.
completely familiar for to us.
Hmm. Yeah. That's.
Uh, and more in the video games,
Hmm.
we use a lot of
Yes.
this that terms, that words,
Yes.
and so I think that the English is really easy for us, and yeah, easier than Portuguese for me.
Easier than Portuguese. Easier than Portuguese. Yes.
Yeah, for me, I think that.
Yeah. Well, of course, I think that yes. I agree with you. Sorry, I agree with you because I mean English. Of course, English is a little bit more complicated than Portuguese because Portuguese is familiar to Spanish, is close to Spanish, so it is going to be easier for us. But English is a little bit different because it's other branch, yes, other kind of language. But it's also as you say, it's also easy because we are familiar with some terms or words that we use daily in our daily life, daily routines. Yes, so it's familiar to us, and we share same words. Yeah, but I don't know. But I mean it's not easy at all, but it's not so complicated. Yeah, so it's just matter of practice. The more practice, it's gonna be better. Yes. um for example, this space that we are here, that we have like this class, that we have the opportunity to interact just in English, nothing in Spanish, just in English, and we have to talk without any problem, and we have good conversation related with the topic, and we can move on with different topic, jump to different topics. It's really interesting because and we have the skills to do that, and it's really nice. Yes, so mm, so maybe I think if you continue, for example, the next semester, I don't know, maybe the next semester, you are going to go to I don't know, maybe you can do it this semester, maybe the next Saturday, maybe you can get B2, but in the worst of the case, yes, that you repeat B2, sorry, B1, maybe the next semester you are going to get the B2, because we are going to continue practicing here and learn new things, and you have the opportunity to practice with your friends. Yeah, that's really, yeah, you're really going to get enough confidence, enough knowledge, and yeah, you have a good pronunciation. But I don't know, maybe because here in this course we don't practice a lot of reading. Yes, reading or writing, just listening and speaking, because this course in advance is focused in listening and speaking. Sometimes, of course, I try to explain new things that you don't know, I suppose, um, in order to improve your knowledge, yes, about different aspects which are really important to development or developing, to continue developing your English or even my English. And I try to do my best in order to uh, keep you to the next level, help you to go to you get the next level or something like that. um, i I can notice that you really enjoy English, you really enjoy to do that, and it's really good. This is, I think this is the most important matter. Yes, you like it, you enjoy it. Sometimes I speak with the student, and I ask them, you really enjoy the English, you really like English, because if you like English, this is the right way. But if you don't like it, maybe you are studying because you need it to be promoted in your job, or to get a new job, or to travel by some necessity, but you some needs, but you don't enjoy it, the process or this beautiful journey. I don't know, it's more difficult. But if you really enjoy it, like me, for example, in my case, I really enjoy to speak in English as well. Yes, I don't want to lose the chance to practice my English every time I have the opportunity to do it. Yes, because I really enjoy this. Yes, and I know with practice, sorry, practice make perfection. Yes, for example, even some people worry about mistakes, but in my case, I don't worry about mistakes. Even in our mother language, we make mistakes sometimes when we are speaking, even in our mother language. So in our mother language, yes. So maybe sometimes in English, of course, we are going to make mistake when we are speaking, but they are part of the process. So okay, make a mistake. Okay, I make a mistake. I made a mistake, but I try to identify them and correct them and continue with the process, because this is the idea. Yes, this is the idea, to continue to be better, to make mistakes. And mistakes, maybe always they are going to appear, yes, in some time. Yes, when we are speaking, maybe because, why? Because it's not our first language. Sometimes we are speaking, we don't use one exactly word, that word is not familiar to us, so maybe we can forget it. And uh, maybe we need maybe we need to think about it. Yes, and maybe researching in our, or look for it in our mind. Yes, So that's why uh, I don't worry. I don't worry about mistakes. Yes, and of course they exist. They exist in the process, so they are part of the process. So don't worry much about. Even if you, for example, in this examination that you are going to take next Saturday, don't get B2. Don't worry about, because you know, and I know you are doing your process in good way. Yes, so don't wanna lose the motivation, or don't wanna I don't know. Yes, don't wanna lose the motivation. Continue with the process because you are doing in good, really in good way. Yes, even I'm proud of you because you are really good in English, and I really exciting because sometimes in the courses that I have taught, yes, that I have taught, I never have any student or I student with I can speak all the time the class to talk each other the class without speak Spanish. Yes, because they don't have the ability to understand 100%. But with your case, Nico and Sebastian, Juan Andres can understand maybe the all the thing that I say and you say, but they don't speak as, as much as I would like. He did. He do it. Yes, because I know you know that with that the practice makes perfection. So the only way to speak in good way is just talking, just speaking.
Yeah, well, I really try to speak with with each person that I know speak English,
Mhm.
like with my teachers and with my friends. Well, I have a teacher, an English teacher in my school, and she doesn't speak very well. Her pronunciation is not the best, but I really enjoy talk with her because I while I'm talking, I do a exam. So I am talking, and at the same time, I am like, well, I said this word correct and this word not, or in grammatic. And well, in the grammatic, I don't care a lot because I know that the native person doesn't care a lot about grammatic. But in my pronunciation, I try to improve
Mhm.
like every time to get a good level. So I really enjoy to talk, and I know that is in para because I have a lot of friends who speak in English. So it's easier for me speak and talk because we can talk about everything that happens to me or to them, but in English. So it's good because with my friends who only speak Spanish, I speak uh, I speak about what happens to me, but in Spanish. And in English, I feel like it's more fun, fun for me, uh, and I really like speak in English. But when well, at mistake that happened in at first of the year is that I I wanted to be perfect all the time. Like don't have any mistake because the topics that the teacher said, I I I know already. So I try to to be perfect. And when I make a mistake, I feel sad, but in the process I notice that is normal and that is good have mistakes because you not notice the the mistake and you can do anything to you can do anything to to improve that. So in the process, I have noticed that because I wanted to be perfect all the time, and when I make a mistake, I feel sad. But now, right now, I I don't enjoy and I don't enjoy make mistakes, but I see the mistakes like opportunity to learn more, not like a bad thing.
You're right. That is the way that we have to see it. Yes, the mistakes are one opportunity. There is one opportunity we mistake to improve our English, our process, and not just the English or languages. In any process in our lives, if we make a mistake, we can learn of those mistakes and continue with the process. They are teaching us the way, because if we make a mistake, we uh, need to improve, need to learn that we can make again the same mistake. Yes, of course, in English, sometimes we do the same mistake, or sorry, make the same mistake 2 or 3 times until we internalize the information and okay, there is a mistake, so I can't do it again. Sorry, make again. Yes, because uh, it's the time while we internalize the information and we manage it in good way. So it takes time to do it, of course, but it's really yeah, that time when we are learning that we make mistakes. Yes, but when we understand, when we have the opportunity to face them, is when we really are realizing that we are getting better, because sometimes we make a mistake, but we don't uh, I don't remember. For example, don't try to identify them, don't try to correct them, and make the same mistake several times. What is the idea? If I made a mistake, yes, I try to correct them immediately, yes, and try to internalize the information in order don't make it again. Yes, makes sense. For example, sometimes the pronunciation, sometimes we have the ability or skills to understand that we don't have good enough pronunciation some words, and we try to do it uh, better and repeat it until we do it or say that word correctly. Yes. um, but for example, we have or we made a mistake with pronunciation and we don't correct it. So wow, it's really bad, because we are not going to advance. Yes, because we we are not able to correct ourselves, um, in order to avoid those mistakes that we make when we are talking. Yes, So we have to keep in mind those things. Yes. Oh, I made a mistake, so I need to correct it. Yes, and to continue with the process. Yes, and to continue, and of course, they are going to appear again, new mistakes, because we are expanding our English, we are expanding our expertise, we are expanding the expose to the new, from, yes, to the new language. Yes, so we are learning new things, and sometimes they are going to appear, or are going to appear new words, and sometimes that those words are really hard to pronounce in good way. For example, just talking about pronunciation, because okay, maybe we can is just hear one word and we can't identify them, and so what is that, what does that mean? For example, because we were we were not able to understand good. So we, oh, sorry, I don't understand. So we try to find out, yes, and try to identify the new words and learn how to pronounce in good way. Yes, this is a process. This is the magic. This is the magic of the process. How we can have the opportunity to improve our English, how we can manage or handle the process. If we, for example, enjoy the process, enjoy any situation, bad situations, good situation, because all of those we are going to face. Yes, we are going to face with good situation. We are going to find bad, good situation, regular situations. Yes, it depends of us, the way that we handle it. Yes, because okay, maybe we get stressed when we make mistakes. Maybe it's not good for us, because yeah, mistakes are part of the process. Or sometimes we lose motivation. It's bad for our process. Yes, so do you remember that I said, uh, maybe at the first of the course, that we are going to face a breaking point anytime in our process. So it is the most difficult time in our process. Yes, because it's when we are losing motivation. Maybe we are with not enough patience in the process, and we can learn faster maybe, and we uh, live sprite situations, you know. So desperation, we live desperation, and sometimes we get anxiety or something like that, and we are going to try to abandon the process. Yes, or gave us yes, gave up the process. So maybe don't want to continue with the process, but don't, no pain, no gain. Yeah. Okay, Juan Andres. Okay, if you have a issue with your relative, your grandmother, please go ahead with the things that you have to do it, and I understand the situation. No problem. Okay, if you have to abandon the class or retire, go ahead. Yes, Angel, did you understand?
Yeah. So well, sometimes mm, I I feel that I'm losing the knowledge, because when I see videos of me talking, because I recorded a lot of
Hmm.
me speaking. Mm, sometimes I I see that, for example, in September, I speak more fluently than in October. But at first, in November, I speak better than in October, or things like this. So my motivation is see my myself videos and look the process and say like, well, I can improve that, and yeah, that's like my motivation. Save myself, and for example, in 1 year, see these videos and
Mhm.
and feel feel proud of myself.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I did something like that because when I was beginning, I record some videos, and recently I watch some of them, and of course there are a lot of difference. Yes, maybe because I wasn't able to speak with just in a spontaneously way. Yes, here, for example, like now we are speaking spontaneously in a spontaneously way without prepare anything, just speaking like we were speaking in Spanish. Yes, spontaneously way. When we get this level, when we reach this level, you we can consider we are bilingual, because when you reach this point of a speak, we have the opportunity to speak without prepare anything, just like we were speaking in Spanish in our first language. um, I mean, when you don't have to prepare things, to rehearse, or to prepare the structures. Yes, just prepare sentences, paragraph, or something like that. Just speak the thing which are appearing in your mind, in your brain, and you have the possibility to interact just in English, in a spontaneous way. You uh, have enough knowledge to consider yourself or ourselves, or according our research, or we are bilingual person, we are bilingual human being. Yes. uh, of course it's not easy, but it's not impossible. The most complicated thing is speak, I think, because maybe sometimes when you are listening, when you are practicing, or when we are practicing our listening, sometimes we don't understand some words, but um, we can get, or we can reach or cache information, enough information to understand the things, the conversation. Yes, but when we are speaking, if we don't speak clear, your interviewer are not going to have the opportunity to understand, and maybe they are not, or yes, or maybe is there isn't a good conversation. So there is gonna be there, yes, or there will be better, there will be a good, there will be, or there won't be better, there won't be, because it's negative, there won't be a good communication, because if we don't understand each other in clear way, of course there won't be a good communication. So for example, now we have a good communication, a good things, because it's clear, the information is really easy to understand all the things that we have been seeing here, maybe in 1 hour and a half. Yes, the class last. It's really easy. Yes, we can speak, or for example each other, we can interact each other maybe 2 4 5 hours, talking about these kind of things or random topics, and we are going to be better here, like we were speaking in Spanish without any problem. Yes, so it's easy. Sebastian, welcome to our English class tonight. You were a little bit late, but better later than ever. Than never. Better later than never.
Yes, teacher, sorry, but the work of university is so hard in the semester. So I don't have time for anything. For example, today I'm staying in the university at 7 o'clock, and next it I'm finishing at 70 p.m. So I arrived to my house and start to do my homeworks because tomorrow, no, the Friday, I finished the semester and stay doing projects, specifically 4 projects for the Friday. And now teacher, I'm I'm very tired. This semester is so big, so heavy.
Okay, no problem, no problem. Yes, we can understand that. Yes, that the university, even for me, that I work, um, just work, and sometimes when I attend to the class, I'm a little bit busy. But when I interact just in English and speaking, and it makes me feel uh, exciting. It makes me feel in good mood. Yes, so I really enjoyed this kind of class when, for example, you and Angel speak all the time in English, and yes, it's like we were maybe changing or switching our mind. Yes, switching our mind. Uh, Sometimes I have living, or I have lived some situation, a stressful situation, and yeah, maybe I don't know. I'm tired, like you said. And but when I start this class and speak, laugh, and interact and talk about different topics, I'm getting relaxed. At the end of the class, I'm really relaxed, and I forget everything about problems, about issues, and I'm so happy. So I think when we enjoy the things that we do, uh, that is really good for us, for our health. Yes, because of course when we do something that we don't want to do, maybe we get stressed or don't feel comfortable. But when do something that we really enjoy, that we like, yes, uh, even when we are tired, we are able to overcome this situation and change the chip and continue doing the thing, and maybe we are relaxing and really finally we enjoy, we learn. It change our mind in a positive way. I think so. So it's really good for us to do things that we really enjoyed. Yeah. So I don't know, Sebastian, if you know that this is the last class that we are going to have. This is the last class because the next Friday, the next class, is just the exam. It's the examination time. Yes. Um, so this is the last class, and we have the we yes we had we sorry we made the decision to speak and interact in order to practice our listening and our speaking, and speak a lot of about different topic and different things that we can do in order to improve our English, and to get maybe B2 in the case of Angel. He wants to get B2 this next Saturday, because the Saturday is the presentation of the exam in bilinguis. So that's really important to Angel to practice his speaking, his listening, and the way they maybe they are he's going to maybe this is a simulation and practice to the exam in order to get confidence at the time to talk with the teachers there. Yes, Angel.
Yeah. Well, I remember that the first exam
Mhm.
was was really easy. Was like, what is my name? Um, and
How
these
old are
basic
you?
questions. Yeah, but I don't know, and I'm afraid. I have no, I have not. I am afraid about the B1
You were
exam.
because it's past. You were afraid. Yes. In
Yeah,
you,
I'm afraid
yes.
about the exam B1 because the first was really easy, but I don't know about this.
Yes. Maybe because you aren't get used. You aren't get used. Remember this word. You aren't get used. You, sorry, here maybe you aren't, you are sorry, you aren't, maybe here I can, here you aren't, sorry, you aren't, you aren't, sorry, you aren't used, you aren't used to it. Yes, to present, I mean you aren't used to it. I mean you aren't used to present exams. Yes, maybe. uh,
Yeah, well, this kinds of exam. Mm,
mhm.
so I'm really afraid. But if I don't pass to the B2 level, it was really sad. But if I don't pass, I suppose that I have to study more and more and more, and next year, present the exam.
Yeah, yeah. That is what it is. Yeah, that is what it is. If you, I think you are going to get it. But if you don't, if you don't get it, please you have to. That means you have to continue working. Yes, and of course you are going to get it because you're really young, you are really enthusiastic with the process, and you are so focused in the thing that you want, that is reach your B2. Of course you are going to do it. Yes, I think this year you are going to get it, but in the worth of the case, in el peor de los casos, in the worth of the case, if you don't worry much, just continue working, and of course you are going to get it. Yeah. So it's better, for example, I think from my point of view it's better when we um present one exam, and of course we want to, if I were you, for example, i I would like to get B2, but if I want to, no problem, because it is what it is. Yes, it's lo que hay. So don't worry much about it. Maybe that means that you have to continue working in the process. Yes, because sometimes we don't keep in mind those things, And we have to keep in mind something like that, that okay, I'm not prepared enough in order to get, maybe I don't know, and so I need, that means that I need to continue working in the process. Yes. Oh, because sometimes I have met people, for example, that said that they have said, for example, okay, teacher, I'm B2, and because as people as they say, uh, you can get one certification, but when you have an interview and you don't have enough level of English, it's really embarrassed situation, because okay, you have the certification but you don't have the knowledge. So it's a really embarrassed situation when you face one job interview and you don't obtain, yes, the result that you wanted. Maybe because your English is good, but it's good in the certification, not is good in you. You are not good at English enough that um, or like the certification says or the certification shows. Yes. So it's better if you are in B2, in B1. Yes, but you, for example, you have a excellent English, you are really good at English, and you are B2. But if you don't get it, don't worry much about it. Okay, guys, so thank you so much. I'm going to finish the class here. Remember that the next Friday is our last exam. So was a big player to interact with you, to share with this semester, this kind of knowledge, this kind of interaction. And we have really the, yes, Angel. This Saturday is the exam. Yes. The- yes. Um, maybe I don't know. Maybe if you in the previous English courses that you have taken, did you have the opportunity to speak in English all the time, 100% during the classes, and without any stress, without any problem, just relax and speaking and learning new things, and yeah, just like we were really friends. Okay, so guys, a big pleasure. Bye bye.
Goodbye, teacher. Thanks.
Bye bye, everybody.